research has shown that mindfulness can boost immunity, lessen the stress of conflicts, and speed up how fast it takes the brain to process information.
Cultivating these, benefits from a young age can give your child some extra coping tools that he or she may find handy through all stages of life. So join us today, Dr. Stephanie Hansen, pediatrician at Sanford Health. Welcome back.
Hey.
So let's just start. I mean, we hear mindfulness, sounds great. How would you define it?
Mindfulness is this concept where you're slowing down your body, you're slowing down your mind, you're really paying attention to things that are going on around you. So the sounds, the smells, the sensations, and really just kind of taking that all in.
It sounds easier said than done. Okay, just slowing down and taking in all the small details. If people want to take part, we were talking in the break, mindfulness is kind of hard. Where would you say to start?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be tricky. It doesn't have to be hard, and you can do it in just a couple of minutes. It can be something as simple as focusing on your breathing. What does it feel like for the air to come in your nose and back out your nose? It can be experiencing when you're eating. What does the food taste like? What's that sensation of chewing and swallowing? So really just noticing moments in our everyday lives is a form of mindfulness.
Okay, but you are a pediatrician, so I would feel like we're like, yes, Chris and I are like, this is the practice, but there are benefits for children to do this as well, right?
Absolutely. You know, mindfulness is a great form of stress reduction no matter what your age is, and even really young children can be taught mindfulness.
So I'm assuming it's kind of like a muscle, like the more I do it, then the easier it gets for me and the longer I can do it kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah.
So where do you start?
Yeah, so remember, kids have a very short attention span at baseline. And so it's really about making it fun, making it something that's enjoyable. I really like the imagery for kids. So there's an activity where you coach your child to pretend that they're walking on a floor covered in eggshells. And what does it feel like for their feet to step on the eggshells? They have great imaginations. It's not hard for kids to do this. You can also help kids practice their breathing, really having them just focus on counting their breaths or noticing what their breaths feel like as they come in through their nose and out their mouth.
And I like that you touched on it. It doesn't have to be a long time. Kids don't have, parents also don't have attention span that lasts very long.
Right.
So a lot of people say, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
But you do if you're talking
30 seconds. I mean, it really doesn't have to be a long time at all. And it can be a great form of stress reduction in a busy day.
Okay, and so can you expand on that? Because I know you gave us a whole list of the benefits of mindfulness. Stress is just one on the list.
Yeah, so being able to decrease irritability or emotional reactivity. You know, kids who are go, go, go all the time can really benefit from just taking a deep breath and settling their mind and their body.
I like that. Depression, maybe, and there's a couple, although we're ending the school year, memory and concentration. Mm-hmm. Those are also things I think would really benefit them in the classroom if they're doing this at home.
Yeah, just like you said, it's a muscle that can be built. It's something that can be learned, and being able to focus on your breathing or your environment, developing those concentration skills can really translate to other areas of your life too.
And sometimes people, they don't like to medicate their children, and there's a lot of other, hyperactivity and concentration issues with kids. Is this something that you have even brought up to parents before, getting out the little sketch pad?
Absolutely. It's something that I've brought up for parents whose kids struggle with that emotional regulation or relaxation, kids who have difficulty falling asleep at night, parents who have difficulty falling asleep at night. It's definitely something that we talk about.
Great, we can bring it back to us,
exactly.
Chris. So, because this would benefit mom and dad
Absolutely.
just as much, right? So something you could do together.
Yeah, as parents, it's our job to teach things to our kids, to teach them important life skills, and we can't do that unless we're modeling those behaviors ourselves. So if your goal is to teach your child mindfulness, you have to practice it too.
And sometimes I feel like, in the hectic mornings, or we're the last week of school, but, mornings especially, when put your shoes on, where is your backpack? This is something, parents can get very stressed with their child as well. So would this help take the stress level down?
Absolutely. Taking a 10-second mindfulness break during those hurried mornings, or even in the car on the way to school, or during those high stress times. Again, it doesn't have to take a long time. It can really bring you some benefits.
Any other examples you used doing this at the dinner table? I love that.
Yeah. Those times when you really want to connect as a family, where you really want to just bring the stress level down, those are all things you can do together and practice every day.
Maybe supper's a better time than in the morning. Okay, find your shoes, but first, That would be an incredible mom move if I was able to do that. In the
Maybe practice it first during the times when you're not stressed out, so you
Trying
can
to
use it
run
when you are stressed out.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. Any resources for parents who want to look up more information on mindfulness for their kids?
There is a ton of information, free information available online. Just Google Mindfulness for Kids and you'll find it.
Okay. It's
Thanks,
a great,
Doc.
great new challenge for the summer. I like it. All right, stay with us. Coming up next, we're talking about why clothing rentals are becoming so popular.